crazy shit today, dog.
Bro, let's get into it.
So listen, for real, dead ass. First of all, let's talk about the presidential debate, dog.
Let's do it.
Because, dude, listen, on some real stuff.
Did you watch the whole
Listen,
debate?
I did. I
Okay.
listened to it while I was at work the next day.
Okay.
Um, I listen. I feel really bad for Biden. Like, I'm Trump 2024 all the way, 100%. But like, bro, I can't help but just feel bad for the guy because it's obvious, like watching him talk and try to keep his train of thought. Like, dude, he's too old, man. And I think it's sad that his family's letting him go out there and look like that, man. That's not. It's just sad. I think it's obvious that he's not the one making the decisions in
Oh, so
country, bro.
obvious. So obvious.
It's just sad.
Uh,
I thought it was kind of funny that they were arguing about golf, though. He was like,
bro, my
he was
buddy, bro, my buddy, when he was like, he texted me and he was like, "Ain't no way, homie just said he has a 6 handicap.
what does
Ain't
that
no
mean?
way." So that means like you're 6 above par on the golf course. You're a 6 handicap.
That's damn near what professionals do.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
exactly. Yeah, there ain't no damn way Joe Biden's old like crippled ass.
And then Trump was like, "That is the biggest lie he's
Yeah,
ever told."
100%, 100%, bro.
I love that. That's the biggest lie he's ever told. Not nothing else. That one. That's the biggest lie. He does not have a 6 handicap. In
No,
golf,
ain't
dude.
no shot in hell you got a 6 handicap.
Dude, I think Trump held his composure really good this time because in previous debates, it was just kind of like Trump just goes out there and tries to get people to shit talk with him. You know what I mean? But this time, like he didn't really do that. He did kind of stay on topic and he was pretty professional and he wasn't like making fun of Biden really. I mean, he did a little bit, but it was kind of funny. They both did it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I feel like it was more. I think I got more out of this debate than I have any other previous Trump debates.
I get that, I
Like
can
he
agree with
seemed
that.
more presidential than before.
Yeah, because that was like, and I think he knows that's his down, like his, that's what turns people off on him
Yeah.
right now is like the fact.
But it's also what turns people on to him, bro, because he don't fuck around.
Yeah, dude, my favorite part of that whole debate was when Trump was like, I don't know what he said. No, I don't even think Joe Biden knows what he said. And I was like, yep.
Can you imagine what we look like to other countries though
Oh my
that are like
God,
watching
dude.
that?
And I was telling my wife watching the debate, I was like, can you believe that this guy right here, he's the one who's doing business deals with Russia and China and the entire world right now, and he can barely talk.
Dude, it's so sad. Do you think he has like dementia or something?
100%.
Think it's dementia?
I think it's dementia. Yeah, I think it's dementia, old age. Just, I mean, he's
I don't know
frail.
if he's I
Frail
don't
and
know if he's
old.
got dementia or anything. I think he's just old, dude. I think his brain's just starting to take a crap. You know what I mean? Because your other organs, it makes sense. Your eyesight starts going bad. Your hearing starts going bad. It makes sense that your brain starts losing a little.
Oh yeah, it definitely does. It definitely does.
Thank God
It's a
I'm not that
muscle.
old, dude.
It's a muscle.
Yeah, true. Electromagnetic organ.
I mean, to
But
be fair, Joe Biden has just been, chilling on the beach like the entire presidency.
shout out my boy
Swear
though.
to
You know
God,
what I'm
dude. I
saying?
swear, you ever seen those
Dude,
pictures? You seen those pictures of him just at the beach? Just
I haven't. I'll tell you what though. I don't dislike Biden. I don't. I don't think, and I'm only saying that because it's kind of out of pity. Like I don't think that he's there.
he's
So
not.
yeah, so I don't feel it's like being mad at a child. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that kid. Dude, they can't help it, and I don't think Joe Biden can help it right now either. Like,
Yeah,
so there's
but
no
if that's
reason.
the case, then why the hell are you commander in chief?
We know why he's commander in chief, brother. You know what I mean?
Well,
Because
yeah.
they needed a puppet in there so they could run behind the scenes. What they
Which
got to do.
now everybody's talking about pulling Biden from the presidential election.
I hope not.
Bro, I hope not too. That'd be bad, bro.
I want
Because,
Trump to get his leg back, dude.
well, the person they're thinking about replacing him with is even scarier. Gavin Newsom, the governor of California.
Oh, dude, if it's anything to do with California, I'm good, bro.
Bro,
We're
literally.
cool off that.
But here's the thing, though. Gavin Newsom's one slick talking mug, bro.
Is he?
Yes, he's real slick with his words. I mean, politically, California's a train wreck. Everybody's fleeing California, but
I mean, do you think he would be able to win though on a 120-day notice? You know what I mean? You think so?
yeah, because there's so
I
many.
don't think so.
I do, and the only reason why I say that is there's a lot of people who hate Trump, but there's also a lot of people who like. They're going to go like, okay, we don't want Trump, but we clearly can't vote for Joe Biden. So we're going to go ahead and vote Trump anyway.
Yeah.
Even though they're like, we hate Trump, he's probably going to be a bad president, whatever. They understand that Joe Biden can't be the president again. But if you have someone like Gavin Newsom who's going to push the abortion policies and he's going to push a lot of stuff that a lot of people are going to like, but at the end of the day, his policies are bad. They're going to see him slick talking. He looks good. He's younger. He's like 45. He's got nice hair. They're going to see that image and be like, okay, that's our guy. Only because he's not Trump.
Yeah. Well, bro, honestly, I feel like you don't give Trump enough credit. I think a lot more people like Trump than people say.
No, I agree. I think a lot of people do like Trump, but I think there's a large majority of people who just don't. They have this thing called Trump derangement syndrome, and no matter what Trump does, it's F that guy.
Yeah. I think, I honestly, bro, I think that 53% of people, I think that a lot of them don't want to admit it, though.
Yeah, my fear is that they're gonna cheat again.
See, I don't think that cheating was widespread until 2020.
Yeah.
I think that 2016 is really when they kind of woke up and were like, oh shit, like we need to actually start like trying to rig this for real, because they definitely didn't think Trump was going to win in 2016.
Hell no.
They damn sure didn't cheat in 2016.
No.
But I think after that they were like, all right, y'all, we need to stop this storm before it gets any bigger. And they because Trump's not a politician and all that. He's a politician now technically, I guess, but like he doesn't gain anything from being in there. He's already wealthy. He doesn't need to be there.
He's a billionaire.
Yeah. So that's kind of weird. I wonder what his main motivation is. You think it's just because he's got an ego? He's just like, man, I'm trying to just prove I can do it.
Personally, I personally believe that Trump, because I mean, if you go back to like old interviews where he's like mid 40s and they're interviewing him and they're asking him if he'd ever run for president, he was like, I don't think I would, only because that's a very hard job and I don't need that. But he was like, I really do love America, and I see us going down a dark path. So I think the reason why he's running is he truly believes that America's going down an unfixable path. And he's got kids and grandkids, so like he's doing it for them more so than he's doing it for like himself.
Yeah. I think that this time around though, I think that because in 2016 it worked perfect for him, bro. Just being out of pocket all the time, it was the perfect storm, dude. It was perfect. Everybody loved it. And then in 2020, it didn't really work as well. So I think this time around, I think they kind of learned from that and they kind of stepped back and they're gonna game plan around that. And I think that's why he was a little bit more professional in that debate. Like, don't get me wrong, he had his moments where he was kind of slipping up a little bit. But like before, you notice how before he would call out like CNN and all that. Oh, why you letting him talk over 60 seconds every time my 60 seconds is up? You cutting me off. He wasn't doing that this time. And I will say though, I noticed they were a little bit more fair, but
definitely
every time Joe Biden started like going off the rails, they were like, "Oh, thank you, Mr. President," and they quickly like.
Well, yeah, because that's their guy. That's their guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I was like, no, let him keep talking. Let him keep talking. No, we want to hear what he's got to say, or lack thereof, baby.
Yeah, and then.
Yeah, dude, it was stressing me out because it was really pissing me off.
Oh, dude, it pissed me off too.
Because every time he started, thank you, Mr. President.
Oh, back to Donald Trump. Oh, by the way, let's give you an off question let's give you an off question for you to answer, not that topic that we were just asking him about, and that's what.
I did not have sex with the porn star.
Yeah, yeah, you did.
Why are we talking about this?
Yeah, you did.
What?
Yeah, you did. There's no.
Even if he did, why does it matter?
Who cares? You were a billionaire.
Like,
they all do.
I wish I could. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't think I would.
I mean,
I
don't know any.
Nah, like, I don't know. It grossed me out.
Yeah, but like, even if he did, what does it matter?
It doesn't.
We all have sex.
Yeah, he just happened to be one that, does it on camera for a living.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
so what?
I bet she was pretty good.
Well, she's got to be. You would think. I mean, that's
I know
her profession.
that she knows what she's doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she knows her way around
with a
that.
professional. And there's nothing wrong with having sex with somebody that's a professional. That's okay. It's like me having a pickup game with Michael Jordan. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
like you're gonna lose.
I'm gonna lose, but I'm gonna put up. I'm gonna be
I'm gonna
throwing
make
them
a bucket or
things
two.
up.
I'm gonna make a bucket or two.
I'm gonna be letting them fly. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be. I'm sitting back on the
Dude,
sidelines.
I think if either of us played Michael Jordan in a pickup game, if
Right
you
now,
even right now, Jordan's like 65 years old. I can almost guarantee you, it'd be a 21-0 sweep.
I don't think so,
Bro,
bro.
you haven't seen that video?
I don't think so, bro.
You've never seen
I
that
don't think
video
so.
of Michael Jordan in like his 50s showing up to like some random pickup game and just dominating?
Well, he ain't ever played against me. Bro, I'm telling you, he don't want none of this, dog. I'm telling you.
I mean, I'm a realist.
No, me too. Okay, Mister, I'll beat Josh Freeman's ass. You're such a realist, right?
I redacted that statement.
You did redact it. I'm not to. I helped you redact it too, because I was like, shit, I don't know about all that, bro. I don't
You watched
know.
fights last night?
Yeah, I was pissed off, dude. As soon as Yuri got knocked out, I just left and went.
You know what's funny? I didn't watch the fights, but I was telling my buddy before the fights, I said, I bet Yuri gets knocked out. And he was like, no, bro, hell no, he ain't getting knocked out. And he did.
Dude, Alex is so like, it's like he doesn't even hit people with full force. It looks like he's just tapping them, and they just go to
dude.
sleep. I'm like, what? What is it? Does he have something in his gloves? Like, what is it?
That's a scary human being.
Like, because my thing is, dude, that's what Yuri was before Alex. Yuri was knocking everybody out.
Yeah.
And, like, now all of a sudden he barely gets chin checked, bro, and he's, like, sleeping. I'm like, bro. Like, and I feel bad. Actually, I heard that Yuri shaved his head after the fight last night.
Did he?
Yeah.
Damn.
Bro, I think Yuri's pissed, dude. I think that they'll fight again eventually.
Oh, yeah.
But it'll be a couple years from now. I think Yuri's gonna go on a little tear here. I think he's gonna go on like a 3-fight win streak. And I think Alex is probably gonna move up to heavyweight, or Izzy's gonna win this title against Dricus, and then he's gonna move up to light heavyweight. And I think he's gonna try to go to fight Alex at light heavyweight. I think that's what they should do.
I think they should do that.
I think Alex. It makes it more impressive to me that Alex knocked him out, because in their first fight in the UFC, bro, Alex was losing.
Hmm?
Alex almost got slept like 2 or 3 times in that fight. Literally, the end of the first round, if that bell did not ring, he was already like wobbling, like about to be gone in 2 seconds. And Izzy was controlling that fight, and Alex just fucking teed him off at the end of the fight and won, which I think that was an early stoppage because Izzy was still like doing this and stuff. But, I mean, you know, whatever. But the fact that Izzy can sit there and take those punches from him and nobody else can, it's very impressive. It makes Izzy look good. The fact that Izzy knocked his ass out is very good for Izzy, too, bro. It makes you appreciate just how good of a fighter Izzy really is, because everybody talks bad about Izzy. Like, he's overrated and all this stuff. But on the same token, they say that Alex is amazing and they glaze him. Bro, give Izzy his flowers. Alex is amazing, for sure, but so is Izzy.
I agree to that.
Izzy knocked his ass out.
I agree to that.
So, and I think that Izzy doesn't stand as much of a chance at light heavyweight, because I think that Alex will have more of a chin up there. But at the same time, dude, we're not going to sit here and act like Izzy's a scrub.
No, Izzy ain't no scrub.
Yeah, Izzy ain't no damn scrub.
Nails painted and all.
Yeah, he'll put a damn fight up. I wouldn't fight Izzy.
Hell no. He's like 6'4".
Yeah, he'll whoop my ass. And then, bro, you know what would be kind of dope? I think that John Jones mops the floor with Tom Aspinall, to be honest with you.
Yeah, 100%.
Does he mop the floor with Alex, though? I don't know. I don't know.
I wish John Jones was 5 years younger.
Oh, dude, he would beat the shit out of everybody.
Bro, John Jones is the greatest fighter to ever hit the canvas.
To ever hit the earth, bro? What do you mean?
Ever. He's beaten everybody. He has nothing else to prove.
And it's like, people are mad at him and think he's ducking Aspinall. I don't think he's ducking Aspinall. I think he wants to fight Stipe, because Stipe is the heavyweight GOAT.
Yeah.
And I think he wants to beat the heavyweight GOAT.
He wants to beat the heavyweight GOAT, and then he's done. He has nothing else to prove. It doesn't matter who he fights after that.
Yeah.
You've already beaten everybody.
I mean, I think that just his grappling alone, because John Jones is good at grappling too now.
Yeah.
He's good. His jiu-jitsu and all that. Yeah, bro. If he gets in a fight if him and Alex fight, I think John Jones isn't stupid. I think he knows he's not going to stand up and bang, because John Jones can strike too now.
Hell yeah.
John Jones' little elbows are nasty, bro. I've noticed that he throws more elbows than punches. It's weird. He'll be standing up with somebody and just go like that and just elbow them. I'm like, damn, how does he hit that every time?
Bro,
And
elbows
his
hurt
little
too, bro.
dude, oh my god, bro. I think him and Alex would be a good fight though, for sure, bro. I think that'd be a great fight.
I don't think he
But
takes it though.
I think John Jones takes him down,
I
wrestles
don't
him to
know.
death.
I don't
I
know.
think John
He
Jones
would
wrestles
have
him
to.
to death,
He would
bro.
have to.
Yeah, because I don't think that he's gonna want to stand up and bang. Because one shot from Alex can put your lights out.
Mm-hmm.
So, which is it's the same thing with Ngannou. I think that John Jones handles Ngannou's ass, bro,
I do too.
easily,
Do.
quite easily. Because Ngannou, you're not. The fact that he took Cyril Gahn down as fast as he did was super impressive. Because Gahn ain't no
No, he ain't no
chump either.
scrub. He ain't no scrub.
Yeah, he's a top 5 heavyweight, dude. He's a beast.
Yeah, John Jones. That's a one scary mug, bro.
Do you think it feels good? Like, what do you think it feels like? Do you think it's intoxicating walking around knowing nobody can whip your ass?
Hell yeah.
There's not a single man alive that can beat your ass.
Hell
I bet
yeah.
that feels amazing.
Bro, it's like I bet you that's top 3 feeling in the world. You walk into a room, you look at everybody and like, if anything goes down, I could kill everybody in here.
It's literally, he looks around, he's like, yeah, I can take anything from any of these bitches if I wanted it. Like,
100%.
And ain't shit they gonna do about it. What are they gonna do?
100%.
Fight me?
And John
feel
Jones'
bad for
brother's a
somebody.
big dude too, though. Chandler?
Chandler? Hell yeah, dude,
Chandler's
Chandler's
ginormous.
huge. Doesn't he have another brother?
I think both
Doesn't
his
he have two
brothers
brothers?
played in the NFL.
They both played in the NFL, but Chandler Jones is the one that went batshit crazy, right?
Yeah.
And then, because Chandler Jones was a stud in the NFL, dude. He was one of the best pass rushers in the league.
Mm-hmm.
And
For many
then,
years.
just this last season, he went crazy.
I think he's been retired now for a couple of years.
Nah, bro. Just last season, he was playing.
Was he? I thought he retired like
Not
3 years
not
ago.
the 2023-2024, but the 2022-2023 season, because he was on the Raiders.
Oh, okay.
Max Crosby.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, I think Chandler Jones is a defensive tackle, actually.
Yeah, yeah. Or he's a
I don't think he's a
DN or
DN.
something.
No, I think he's a defensive tackle, and Max Crosby was the defensive end.
Yeah, that's a big boy though.
That is a big boy.
I think he's like
That's a big boy.
6'7" or something like that.
You think John Jones can whoop his brother's
Hell
ass?
yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
Isn't his brother a lot bigger than him, though?
Yeah, but John Jones' profession is whooping ass.
That's true.
Like
He's
he's
damn
got-
good at it, too.
He's got 20 years of just knocking chins in. Yeah, I don't think his brother. I think his brothers know.
Do you think if John Jones didn't exist, you think DC would be considered the GOAT?
Hard to say.
I think he would.
It's hard to say.
Think about it, bro. He had the light heavyweight and the heavyweight belt at the same time.
Yeah, I just never liked DC.
You don't think so?
I've never liked him.
I think like his build, he looks like a damn boulder. The fact that he has them short ass arms and he's fat and he was able to do what he did, I think it's really impressive.
Oh, it's impressive. I just don't like the guy.
Why?
I don't know. I just never really liked him.
He seems genuine to me, bro.
Yeah, I mean he's a nice guy and all. I don't know something about him. It's like certain people, bro. It's like, yeah, he's nice, he's cool, whatever. But I just don't like that guy.
I got a lot of those.
Yeah, it's like that. He's one of those for me. I just don't like that guy.
Yeah, I meant to ask you, bro. I texted this to you actually. It's been stuck in my head for a while. Jesus, right? Of Nephilim. All right. Do you think he had a lot of testosterone or no testosterone?
He had testosterone.
Or do you think you said none?
No, he had testosterone.
How much do you think he had? Do you think he had more than the average man?
No, I think he had just a normal man's amount.
Well, I'm asking because he said that we're supposed to turn the other cheek, right? That seems like somebody that doesn't have testosterone. But
No.
he also came back from the dead, bro. You know how manly that is?
Yeah, but when he said turn the other cheek, it takes more restraint. It takes more of a man to turn the other cheek than it does to react in a certain way.
That's a good point. But doesn't testosterone make you act crazy?
Sure, but you can control your actions.
Yeah, but if he had a lot of testosterone, he wouldn't control it. That's what I'm saying.
No, not necessarily true. Actually, speaking of which, Jordan Peterson has a good point on that. He said it's better to be a beast, but know how to control it, than to not be a beast at all. So he's saying it's
It's like that.
a good man knows that at any moment he has the power to destroy somebody, but like a good man constrains that. I
So
think
it's
it's
like
the
that
same.
Kobe Bryant. It's like that Kobe Bryant Kanye commercial. Are you a
Kind of,
different animal
but the same
in the
beast.
same beast? What the does that mean, Kobe
Yeah, dude, that's
Bryant?
the funniest commercial. That's the funniest commercial.
Who comes up with that stuff, bro? Like, honestly, it was probably Kanye that came up
Probably
with
was.
it.
That's some
Like,
Kanye shit to do, dude.
it's literally something Kanye would do, bro. I love him so much, bro. He's so funny. I don't think he's actually crazy.
Oh no, he's crazy.
I don't think he's
But
crazy, bro.
I feel like most geniuses are.
I don't think he's crazy. I think he does the things he does on purpose because he
Yeah,
knows how to
he's calculated.
play the media to get attention to
Yeah,
get
no,
money.
he's calculated with his craziness, but he's still crazy. That dude's insane.
I'd eat dinner with him
I mean, hell yeah, I would. But
if he's paying.
I don't know. I used to like Kanye a lot, but here's of lately, I don't really have a lot of respect for the guy.
What did he do?
I
I
don't
just seen a
like.
thing today that he had somebody just filed a lawsuit against him today for like he called the people that were working under him new slaves, and like his wife was sending sexually explicit photos to like their program where minors could access it and shit, dude. I was like, what?
Yeah, dude, he's not okay in the head, brother. He's really not.
Bro, why does my mustache go right over?
Speaking of
I need to
mustache, dude,
trim
I
it.
need to shave all this, dude. I look like a homeless man.
Dude, you look hot. I'm like, no
You think
homo
so?
though.
You think so?
No homo though. I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah,
gay.
no homo ever. Yeah, I got socks on,
Um,
whatever.
yeah, no.
You
I
think
got
so?
Christmas socks on right now. I got a reindeer socks,
You
dude.
feeling festive?
Dude, I always have Christmas socks.
Christmas best holiday. What you
You
what?
know what? I'm gonna agree. I don't I don't like holidays in general. I like the aura that I get during that time of year though.
Yeah,
Like,
dude, it's always happy. It's not hot as
yeah.
it's not hot outside. You
Yeah,
know,
bro. I
there's
think
a nice breeze. It's like you're looking at 60s midday.
I love it. Love it.
You get to wear your favorite hoodies, bro. I love a hoodie. I love a hoodie.
You can sleep with the window open? Are you kidding me?
Electric bills down.
Oh my god, by 40%?
Oh, dude.
Dude. Dude.
Christmas. That's what I'm saying. Christmas in general, dude. Just that December, January month. Those 2 months right there. You don't get better than that.
No, I agree, dude. I completely agree.
You know what
Christmas is
sucks
fire,
though?
son.
It's gonna get some heat. I hate the summertime.
Was that a pun?
Unintended one.
This dude just did an unattended pun at 9 p.m. on a Sunday. Dude, I'm sleepy. I'm gonna sleep like a baby. What time are you waking up?
4.
Dude, I gotta wake up.
What time you gotta wake up?
4.
4?
Yeah.
Bro, it's horrible.
You work Monday through Friday, right?
Not next week. I should only work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. But bro, last Monday, I worked 24 hours.
How many breaks did you get?
24 hours. What do you mean breaks?
Like to eat.
Whenever we got a chance?
How big is that paycheck gonna be?
It'd be pretty big.
It's not worth it though, right?
Hell no. Dude, because like I clocked in at 6:30 in the morning on Monday. I didn't get home until about 6:30 on Tuesday. So they paid us to like sleep Tuesday. And then Wednesday came
Really?
in. Yep. Wednesday came in to worked like a 13-hour shift.
Wait, so did you work Tuesday?
Well, technically, yeah. I worked.
Did they make you? But like, are you usually off on Tuesdays?
No. Usually I work Monday.
But because you work 24 hours, they're like, all right, just
Yeah,
don't
there was an
work
emergency outage, dude, and we had to be there. Like we had to stay until the power came back on. Yeah, dude, that was crazy. That was crazy.
Where was that at?
Orlando.
Oh,
It's horrible.
I bet that drive back home sucked
Oh,
ass.
dude, by the grace of God, I got home, dude. I was like,
Oh,
but I-4 was nice.
was that shower hit when you got home?
You damn right it did.
Oh, bro.
But I was like,
Oh,
I felt like I went to sleep at like probably like 6, like 6:30 in the morning. I woke up at like 2, just drained.
damn, dude.
Yeah, dude, it's been a long
Those are
week.
the worst though. That's why I don't like sleeping in, no matter how late I went to bed. Cause you wake up and you kind of feel like garbage. Like, damn, the whole day's almost gone. It's afternoon.
Yeah, it was horrible. And then I worked. Then I continued to work Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So today was my only day off. I'm
Do
burnt
anything,
out.
anything fun today,
Hell no.
bro? What do you do at work?
What do you mean?
Like, I know you deal with electricity and stuff.
Yeah, I do
Like, what do you do? Just
a plethora
climb
of
up on
things.
ladders and
No, we do
snow?
the underground. So it just depends. Like
You
pretty
dig a
much.
lot of holes.
Yeah, yeah.
You think
And
it's back breaking work?
hell yeah,
How much you get paid an hour for?
a good amount.
Oh, okay. You're not comfortable sharing stuff like that. I don't give a shit. I always tell. I'll tell people how much. I feel like we're all poor. You know what
Oh
I
yeah.
mean? So it's
Well,
like
the good thing about my job is though, I get paid per
per diem.
diem.
Yeah,
So for me showing up, it's $140.
a day.
Hmm? If we work 1 hour that day, if we work 2 hours that day, it's still that 140 plus my hourly.
Damn.
Yeah.
Driving to Orlando every day.
Yeah. It ain't that bad though. Cause like for a while we were only working Monday through Thursday, 40 hours. So like Thursday I'm getting off at 2 o'clock. But and then I have the rest of the day Thursday to do something, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But this month is gonna suck, dude. They're talking about us working every Saturday for this whole month because there's like part of their contract, like we have to get this section of work done. So this is gonna be a long month.
Hell nah, brother. Hell nah,
It's gonna be a long month.
bro. I'm gonna be so real with you, dog. So for real right now. So for real. I think. I think the aliens are real, dog.
Hell no.
I think they're real. I think that they are already infiltrated, and I don't think there's anything that we can do about it.
No, aliens are not real, brother.
Why? Say that.
Because they're either everywhere or they're nowhere. And I don't see evidence for everywhere.
Okay, I want you to think about it like this, all right? Let's say, for instance, there is an alien civilization that's advanced enough to travel across the cosmos and instantly teleport to wherever they want or travel at light speed, right? Let's say that. Okay. You know how intelligent and advanced those beings have to be to have that type of technology? Compare that to us and an ant or us and a chimp.
Yeah, I've heard this
If we
before.
drop if you drop a iPad into a chimpanzee enclosure, they not gonna know what to do with it, brother. When I'm standing over an anthill, they don't even know. I mean, they might not even know that I'm there because I'm so much more just advanced than them as an intellectual being that like there ain't jack shit that they can do. Like I can just start running down the sidewalk, and to them it's like that's like mind-boggling that something can do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just think the parameters, like the specific parameters you need for life to exist, are so specific
That
that
we know of.
yeah,
Who's to
but
say, bro? Bro, who's to say there's not life on the sun?
there's
We
not.
think, I think, okay, I don't think that there is, but I'm saying I'm not gonna rule out the possibility that something like that is possible. Does that
Well,
make sense?
everything has a probability of it being true. I just think the probability is so small that it's more likely that they're not real.
If a civilization was advanced enough to travel billions of light years to come and study us on Earth, you don't think that they're advanced enough to not be detected?
No, I think they could be, but that's why I go back to like the original. The probability of that is so significantly.
I really think you should like. Have you seen the episode of JRE with Bob Lazar?
Yeah, yeah.
Bro, I was just listening to another episode that just came out a few weeks ago, and he was saying how like Bob Lazar's story has never changed, and they were talking about how what the CIA does with people is they get people to do like things like, you know how they pulled Bulbasaur into, they were like, hey, we need you to come do this stuff for the government.
Mm-hmm.
You can't tell anybody. They get people to do those things that have a very discreditable like background. Like it'd be easy to discredit them. That's what
Yeah,
they
I
were
could see
saying.
that. Like I've also, I don't know if you ever heard about Operation Star. Operation Star. There's this declassified operation that they ran in the 80s that you can go on the CIA website and you can actually read all the documents. And it was all about like this thing called remote viewing. And so what they would do is they would take like these people who have these like this like ability to, they could sit them in a room and say, we want you to tell us what's in the next room in the filing cabinet. They've never seen it. They're sitting in the room and they start like going into like this concentration and they start like scribbling and they'll start writing what's in the filing cabinet. And they would use these people. Like there was this plane that went down, and this is like in the documentation. There was a plane that went down that they could not find, so they brought in a remote viewer and they gave them the exact the exact coordinates, and they found the airplane. So there's definitely a lot of weird stuff, and like they just declassified another operation that they ran in like the early 2000s, late 90s, on how like they can actually access the spirit realm. And like what beings are there and how you do it and like what you're going to find there and like all the different entities you're going to meet and how they're all like, it was saying how all
Like
the
dream walking?
kinda like you're literally like they were saying how like the soul will leave your body and you you enter into like the actual spirit realm.
Astral projection,
Astral
right?
projection, yeah.
Yeah.
And like there's literally, it tells you how to do it. It shows how they did it. They noted all the different beings they met and how all of them had like ill will intentions. But they were very intelligent.
I thought that only some of them did, and I thought that there were other ones that were good.
No. They were saying
Really?
all of them had like kind of negative like motives towards like,
Really?
yeah. Like they like some of them would be nicer than others is what like the documents were saying. Like you would have some that would be a little more helpful, but like you could always tell that there was something nefarious about that being. Very interesting stuff, dude. I went through the documents and I was like, dude, this is crazy.
I need to look at that.
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called, but
I love stuff like that, bro. Astral projection is so interesting, dude.
Oh, dude, I never told you.
Because it's like,
I never told you about the craziest thing that's happened to me. Speaking of kind of like that.
So, I got something for your ass too.
Dude, this hands down, we'll never forget this day. So I'm in like 8th grade. I come home from school, and I'm exhausted for no reason. So I ended up going to bed at like 6 o'clock that night. Well, I woke up in the middle of the night, and like my body's frozen. So I'm like, okay, like this is normal. I've heard about this sleep paralysis. If I go back to sleep, I'll be okay. So I finally fall back asleep, but this time I wake up again. But this time, like I'm cold, I'm ice cold. My whole body, bro, it literally feels like I'm vibrating, like at a like supersonic speed. Like I feel myself vibrating, and I can like see around my room, but I know my eyes are closed.
But you can't move, right?
Cannot move.
Were you trying to move, but
bro,
nothing would move?
I was trying so hard. Well, dude,
bro,
here's the craziest
so
part though. It felt, this can sound weird, but it felt like I was being stretched out of my body. It was so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And there was these 3 black figures standing in front of me, grabbing me, trying to pull me out. Yeah. And I was like, in my head, I'm like, dude, I died. I died in my sleep. This is what death is. I was like, whatever these beings are, I clearly didn't go to heaven. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm like praying super hard. Well, finally, I keep going further and further out. And like, I finally got to the point I was like, man, F this, dude. I'm going to fight back. So I just kind of start pulling myself back. Dude, the moment I feel myself laying back, like in my body, I wake up and I'm like, what the?
And they're not there anymore, right?
Nothing was there, dude. Craziest experience of my entire, I didn't sleep for 2 days.
Yeah. Did you go back to sleep? You didn't go
Hell
back to
no,
sleep.
I didn't sleep, dude. I didn't sleep that night. I didn't sleep the next night. I was like,
have you ever had sleep paralysis after that? Or was that the only time?
No, but I've had very weird, vivid dreams. Like a couple years later.
Yeah, go ahead.
A couple years later, Same kind of scenario. I took a nap. I was in like 12th grade, 11th grade, whatever. Well, I took a nap. Well, in my dream, well, I didn't know it was a dream at first. I woke up and I'm laying on my bed, and I'm like just kind of sitting there, and my sister walks in, and she walks in and she's looking at me, and she's got like this blank expression, and she's like just looking at me, and she like grabs my headphones and walks out. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what was that about? So I'm a little weirded out, and so I get up, and like all this, I mean, it literally feels like I'm in real life. I get up out of bed, I open my bedroom door, and we have this hallway that goes out, and there was a couch directly out of that hallway. Well, when I open that door and I look out, my entire family's sitting on the couch, and it's like my dad, my mom, my sister, and my other sister, and they're all just sitting there with a blank face, like just blank. And so I kind of stop and I'm like what the hell is going on? And so right when I kind of stopped there, they all like in what's the word like in they were like in sync. They all like just kind of like turn their head and look at me just blank. And I'm like, oh hell no. So I close my door and I'm like, bro, what the hell do I do? I was like, I know I'm dreaming. How the hell do I wake up? And so I was like, you know what? What if I just lay back down where I was laying before? And sure enough, like the moment I laid back down and put my head down, I woke up from the dream. Bro, it's
So
creepy, bro.
you were lucid dreaming. You know,
Creepy.
I used to have lucid dreams a lot when
Bro,
I was a kid.
I have them now.
There's a way you can induce them, but like, dude, I used to have them weekly when I was a kid,
Really?
and I knew when it would happen before I even looked up or knew what lucid dreaming was.
Yeah.
When I was in the dream, I finally had them so much that I learned when I'm in my dream and I realize that I'm dreaming, anything that I think of, I can do.
Mm-hmm.
You can literally do. It's like you're Superman, like you're God in your dream world once you realize that you're dreaming, right? Because you're just in your head,
Yeah.
and you can imagine
Like
anything.
you know you're dreaming.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I've
if
had
you
that.
get too excited in your dream, you wake up.
Mm-hmm.
So the trick was you just don't get excited in your dream. You can get a little bit excited, but don't get crazy. I was a kid, so I always fucking dude.
Mm-hmm.
My go-to thing when I would get lucid dreams.
Fly.
No, I would always like. You remember that scene in the 2004 Hulk when he was in the desert and he was jumping really fucking high?
Bro,
I would
you're
always do
lying.
that.
You're
I would
lying.
always do that, but I would do it over
I had dreams like that
buildings.
too. I've had dreams just like that, dude. I
Really?
know I'm dreaming, and like I'm in like these grassy hills, and I'm like, dude, I could probably fly if I wanted to. So I start running and I jump super high, and then I'd land and I'd jump super high and I'd land, but I couldn't fly. But that's it.
It feels like you're in a video game world,
It
doesn't it?
does, bro. But
Like even just the sky above you, it just looks like you're on like a fucking. I don't even know how to explain it, dude. It's just it doesn't feel like real life. Like it just feels like everything's so animated, and it's like
mm-hmm.
fuck, dude. And I would literally like imagine I was jumping over skyscrapers.
That's cool,
Like I would go from skyscraper to skyscraper, and then eventually I'd get so excited that I would wake up.
bro. And
But
last night, or not last night, earlier, I took a nap. And I had a crazy dream too. And here's the craziest part though. So my buddy JD, he's like one of my like back in middle school, he was like one of my best friends, and then like early high school we played basketball together, like really good friend of mine. Well, like a month ago, he killed himself. Well, in my dream earlier, I had this dream like I was part of like this event or something. So all my buddies were there, and I seen JD, and he had like this big smile on his face. So I go over there and I'm chopping it up with him and I'm laughing and joking. Well, like all of a sudden, as I'm like sitting next to him and I'm like laughing and joking with him, like a realization in my dream was like JD's dead. And so it was just like the craziest thing because I remember the moment I was like, wait, like you're dead. He like looked at me and he looked kind of sad, and then I woke up. But it was just like the craziest thing of like I'm sitting right next to him, I'm laughing. It's like it seems super real, and then all of a sudden I'm like, wait, you're not supposed to be here.
yeah,
And then like his expression changed. Like the moment I thought that, his expression changed. He looked kind of sad, and then like I woke up. Bro, I woke up crying, dude. I woke up crying.
I hate real dreams like
Oh,
that,
dude,
man.
it was just. I've never had something like that to where I'm like,
I didn't. I had my very first sleep paralysis
yeah,
experience literally a few months ago,
really?
and like I always knew what it was, but I never like
You see
had it.
anything?
Oh, bro, scared the absolute piss out of me.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I'm laying down literally right here,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm sleeping, and I sleep on my side most of the time. But you know, sometimes your sides get tired, so you sleep on your back to like let your sides rest, and then you get back to sleeping on your side. I'm a very light sleeper.
Hmm.
I never really sleep good anyways. Like I toss and turn all night no matter what. Like I've never really been a good sleeper. I've always tried to, but I can't sleep. I've never really been able to sleep. And, so I'm sleeping, and I'm sleeping on my back, and next thing I know, I'm like, all of a sudden it's like I'm conscious, right? And I'm like, oh, okay, like I'm waking up. Something must have. Well, you know how sometimes shit
Mm-hmm.
just wakes you up in the middle of the night. You don't know what it is. You just don't pay attention to it. You just go back to sleep. Um, so like something, it felt like something just kind of woke me up. So like my eyes kind of like open a little bit, or it feels like they're opening, and I'm pretty sure they were open now that I'm looking back on
Mm-hmm.
it. And they're open, and my hands, I'm laying, pretend like my bed's upright, right? I'm
Mm-hmm.
laying in my bed like this, and my hands are like this.
Oh, what the hell?
And yeah, well, I mean, it's just I was unconscious,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like your body's just doing whatever. And I kind of like realized like, oh shit, okay, like I'm in my room. All right, like I must have just woke up from sleeping. And like I try to roll over to like go to my side to fall back asleep, bro. And I can't move. I'm like, what the, like I'm not even twitching. Like my brain, you know, you send signals from your brain to your
Yeah.
muscles to move. I'm sending the signal, but it ain't working, brother. I'm waving the red fucking light, like let's go, dude. And that shit ain't working. And I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck is happening? And then in the left corner, over here in this corner where my bathroom is, I leave my doors open at night so air can circulate in the
Mm-hmm.
apartment. And I like see this woman, and she's got just fucking long hair, and I'm like, what the fuck? And she
Hey.
starts like walking towards me, bro. No bullshit. She like, next thing I know, because I'm like looking around my room, my fucking heart's starting to beat
Dude,
like
hell yeah.
really fast, bro. And I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, I'm about to fucking die. Like, and I don't know what's happening. I just know that I can't move.
Mm-hmm.
And there's somebody in my room that was not here when I
Yeah,
fell asleep.
exactly. Yeah, it's so
So in
funny.
my mind, I'm like, oh, is this my crazy ass ex girlfriend? And
Yeah.
she's somehow getting my apartment, and she's about to stab me to death. And why can't I move? It's all these things were going on at once. And next thing I know, I think they're demons. I don't know what they
That's
are.
what I
I think
think.
they're
That's
demons.
what I think.
And she's on top. I'm on my bed, laying down like this on my
Mm-hmm.
back, and she's on top of me like I guess how a chimpanzee hugs onto
Yeah.
their she's like that, like on top of me, like she's, excuse my, I don't really know any other way to describe it, like she's riding me, right?
Yeah.
But she's facing me, and she's got her arms, her hands are right here, so she's kind of like over me like this,
Mm-hmm.
like her face is above mine, and it's like she's riding me, and she gets on top of me, and she starts like sucking, like the things from Harry Potter, bro.
What the
Like it's like she's
fuck?
in my fucking, dude, my fucking soul. Like I felt my shit like coming out of my face, bro. And all I'm doing, because my roommate was home, and all I can think to do is, okay, I can't move. Let me try to speak.
Mm-hmm.
And I start like, and I can feel my vocal cords working, but I can't talk still because I can't move my lips. So I'm just going, like that with my eyes wide open, bro, wide the fuck up, like that, bro. And eventually, I'm like, okay, let me just focus on like moving one small body part at a time instead of trying to move like everything,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I start like trying to move my index fingers, and eventually I can do this, and then it moves to where I can do this, and then eventually I can move my hands, and
Yeah.
then after like 8 seconds of doing shit like that, I eventually like kind of snapped out of it and went like this, and then I like fucking bolted up like this and sat up, and I was like,
Bro, that's some crazy shit.
dude, and then I like looked around, and fucking Jasper's down here sleeping. Like he's
Bro,
having
slept
the
through the
time.
whole thing, bro. Slept through the
Yeah,
whole
he's
thing.
he's literally dreaming too, because I can hear, you know how dogs
Mm-hmm.
are when they're
Mm-hmm.
dreaming. I'm like, oh, this little bitch, he ain't even helping me. Like, come
That's
on, man.
crazy,
I,
bro. What
I
she look
feed
like?
you,
What she look like?
dude. I tried to Google it, like sleep paralysis demons,
Mm-hmm.
and I found a couple that kind of looked like her. Um, I'll send you some screenshots after. But dude, it was the scare. I went back to sleep that night, but I was
Nah,
under my covers.
ain't no
I was.
shot. I'm going
I
back to
felt like I
bed.
had no choice. I turned my bathroom light on for sure.
Yeah,
I turned
dude,
that
you
bitch on.
got to.
I
You
turned that
got to,
motherfucker
bro.
on. I said, But so I've always been kind of like skeptical about like spirits and God and all that. Like I believe
Really?
in God and Jesus, but I think that I think science and religion go hand in hand. I think they work
Yeah, they
together.
do. They do.
And I I don't think that it's wrong that some people think that God's an alien or something like that. I think that is entirely within the realm of possibilities.
I don't.
Um, so I know that spirits are real because of an experience my dad had. So you know the movies The Conjuring?
Yeah.
I just watched the first one today for the first time because I refused to watch them after my dad told me this shit. So my dad in 2016, funnily enough, he was in line to vote in 2016 presidential election, right?
Yeah.
And behind him is this old lady. And he's just waiting in line like everybody else, and she taps on his shoulder and she goes, "Excuse me, sir. I'm really sorry." The details are kind of fuzzy because it was like
Mm-hmm.
7, 8 years ago when he told me this. Basically, "Excuse me, sir. I'm sorry." Basically, she just said, I'm really sorry, but somebody wants me to relay a message to you." He's like, "What are you talking about?" And before this happened, right before he got in line to vote, like I think a few weeks or a few days, my great uncle Marvin that lived in Tennessee had passed away.
Yeah.
And him and my dad always had a good relationship. Apparently, like always really liked my dad. And so she's like, "Yeah." He says his name is Marvin. My dad was like,
Yeah, I'll be taking
because
back too.
my dad's like, he's obviously never met this woman before. And she's like, "Yeah, he's standing right here." And she starts describing him. He's like, "Yeah, he's got glasses. He's got
Mm-hmm.
this watch. He's got a scar right here. And he just wants me to tell you, Kevin." And my dad's like, "What the fuck?" Like I think that she said his name,
Mm-hmm.
and he had never met this lady before. And she's like, "He just wanted me to tell you," and I forgot what she said he wanted, but like he's not. He always adored you. You were his favorite, blah blah blah, something like
Yeah.
that. It was just something like that, something that only Marvin and my dad would know. You know what I mean? And somehow I think he asked like, "Well, uh, is he in heaven and hell?" Like, and she's like, "He's not in heaven or hell. He's in a place right now waiting. So he's waiting. He's in a residing place
Mm-hmm.
until he goes to heaven or hell." So she describes all this shit to my dad. And she's like, "Yeah, um, I don't know if you know who I am." She's like, "Have you ever seen the movies, the Conjuring movies?" And he's like, "No." She's like, "Those movies are based on me."
Oh, she's. What's her name?
She's the lady, bro.
No shot.
And he's like, "What the fuck?"
No shot.
So basically, she's like a poltergeist, I
Yeah.
think.
No. That poltergeist is like a demon that resides in your house.
Oh, okay. Well
She's
then,
like a spirit medium or whatever they call it.
yeah. So she tells my dad all these things about my uncle Marvin and like describes exactly what he looks like, what he's wearing,
That's
like a
crazy.
scar he has. And my dad's just like, "What the fuck?"
I'd
Which
be
I would
taken
be,
back.
I'd be like, "Oh my god," I'd probably get like goosebumps,
Bro,
dude.
I've had my fair share with that kind of stuff though.
Isn't that crazy?
My buddy's house so haunted, dude. He had a demon in his house, 100%. Cause like a bunch of stuff was like I would go to his house. He's my best friend, so like I'd always go to his house. But like when you go in his house, you can feel there's something. Like you got kind of have a feeling. You kind of got a feeling, dude. There
Yeah.
was times where it was just me and him in the house, and the door would slam shut, the lights would turn
Oh,
off. Like I mean, crazy stuff, dude. Crazy stuff. Like stuff you wouldn't even believe. Well,
I
one
think
day,
that if you don't even acknowledge it, right? Don't they
not this
they
one,
won't fuck with you, right?
not this one. Not this one, bro. There was something really evil in his house, dude. He was like his parents, because like adults and parents, they're like they don't tend to like believe in that kind of stuff, dude. They were telling me stories that they have of that house that me and Casey didn't know. That's my buddy's name. They were saying that one night, the whole family can account for this. They were watching a scary movie together in the living room, like the whole family. Well, all of a sudden, like this kind of like this creepy music starts playing, and they thought it was part of the movie, so they didn't think anything of it. Well, like 3 minutes go by, and the music's still playing, but it has nothing to do with like the movie. So they push pause, and the music's still playing. They're like, "What the hell is that?" So they start looking for what's playing this music. In the back part of the fridge was this old like Coke memorabilia thing. It was lighting up and playing music. They grabbed it. They looked at the bottom of it. It had no batteries in it, and the switch was off. Bro, but the craziest thing that happened was we went to the movies one night. Me and my buddies. Well, when we came back to his house, because after a while of like staying over his house, it's kind of like whatever. It's never touched me, but crazy stuff might happen.
Yeah.
We pull back into his yard, and dude, the moment we got in his yard, I was overcome with this feeling of like, you need to leave. So I told my buddy, I was like, bro, I don't know what it is, but I've got like this weird feeling coming over me that I shouldn't be here and I need to go home. He's like, nah, bro, just come on, bro. Like, I'll take you home later. Let's just go in and grab your stuff, whatever. So we walk into his house, dude. I take 2 steps forward and I look down his hallway. And dude, like that demon chick that you were just describing, I swear, bro, I seen something so similar. There was like this demonic chick sitting in the corner, like looking at me. And dude, I ran out of the house so fast, dude. I never stayed the night again. But I wasn't the only one that seen it, though. My buddy seen it, too.
He's still trying to get you to stay the night?
Hell no. He stayed the night at my house. He wasn't staying there. He was asking to move in.
He said, Ma, actually, on second thought, I'm going to go stay with Jacob tonight.
Yeah. Hell no.
Oh, that's crazy, bro.
Crazy stuff, dude.
That's crazy. Have you seen the Conjuring movies?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't know that, like, if you touched an item that's possessed, it lets the demon, like...
I don't know how true that is.
I mean, it kind of makes sense, though.
I don't know.
Because it's a vessel, and if you touch the vessel, like...
But demons don't really operate like that, though.
I don't want to know how the fuck demons operate. I don't give a shit. Dude, I get scared just talking about it, because I feel like demons are all around us all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like they can hear us. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And if I acknowledge their presence, it welcomes them. They feel welcome.
I'm not worried
It
about
like it like opens a door. Fuck that. I'm not acknowledging that shit.
Nah, I'm not worried
I'm not acknowledging that. And I don't play about stuff like that, bro, because let me tell you something. If I ever have kids and I come home and they playing with the Ouija board, we're moving.
I've played with one. I played with one time.
How'd that go?
It works. It works. It was me, my buddy, and my sister. I just kind of bought one at like Target because I was like, "Ain't no way, bro. This little cardboard thing's I'm gonna have something talk through it." And we all had our hands on it, and it was like I didn't ask any questions because it freaked me out after I seen that it was working. I asked like, "How old are you?" It was like 8 years old. And
hell no.
And then, like, I was like, how'd you die? And it said, like, something about car crash or something. And after that, I was like, all right, well, I'm putting this thing, I'm throwing this bitch away. But it worked. It worked.
That's creepy.
Oh, yeah, it was creepy. It was creepy. But, like, now, I ain't worried about no demons and stuff like that. But then again, like, I study religion, so I'm not too worried about it. Like,
let's say like there is a demon, right?
Yeah.
It's messing with me. If I just get like a cross and get some holy water and I just fucking do that shit, think it'll leave me alone?
No.
No? What if I start reciting Bible verses?
Maybe. I just know that if I really came face to face with a demon right now, I would just I know because like I'm a big Christian, and I know that even like the demons tremble. It says in the Bible that the demons tremble at the name of like Jesus. And so if I'm protected by Jesus, he ain't nothing he can do to me.
What are you going to do? Just look at him?
No, I'd be like, you can leave. More than
What do you
welcome.
think they do? What do you think? Do you think they feed off of like if I'm like you a bitch? Like if I start doing that, you think they feed off of that, or you think I
Well,
need to be
actually,
like
yeah,
professional?
I do because like, bro, we used to, bro, when I was staying the night at my buddy's house, like stuff wouldn't happen for a while, and so you start forgetting that his house is haunted, dude. So we'd be like, we start cussing, we'd be like, Sally, because that's what we call her Sally. Sally, where's your bitch ass at? Come turn off these lights for us. And so we kind of play with it, and then like stuff would start happening.
Uh, so if I see a demon, I'll just be like, God got me.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing you can do to me. I think
But like
possession's
Jesus
real,
Christ.
but
Oh, 100%,
I
dude.
can't get
Dude,
possessed.
I think. Have you ever seen? Because there has been real like exorcisms,
Yeah, 100%.
bro. I was listening to, was it Joe Rogan or was it a different one? I think it was Joe Rogan. He had a guest on there. Oh yeah, it was Joe Rogan. And there was a lady in Germany, I think, and she was possessed by like 5 different demons,
Hmm.
and she would talk like, bro. And one of them, she was like possessed by like Adolf Hitler. It said, and
They put on fronts like that though.
no, dude, bro, you gotta listen to it, dude,
I
because
will.
they have recordings of her, and like the noises she was making are not fucking natural.
Oh,
And
I
then
agree.
and the names that she was saying, it was like they were certain demons that were like under the rankings of the devil.
Hmm.
One of them was like a super high ranking demon, like fuck, I forgot its name, but it's like a like high ranking demon.
So
Like
I know in
it's
the Bible there was a man that Jesus exorcised, and that when he said, "What is your name?" it said, "I we are legion," meaning he was possessed by like 1,000
oh
demons.
my god, I didn't know that was possible.
Hmm. Hmm. I mean, it's definitely possible because like they each demons have different, like there's different rankings, just like angels. There's different rankings. They have different powers. They can do different things.
Yeah.
So I think your bottom tier, like lower powers, it probably takes more of them to possess someone than like a higher ranking, more powerful one.
Yeah.
But yeah, it talks about how the devil walks the earth. Like he's actually
100%.
he
I agree with
walks
that.
the earth. Yeah, it talks about how you're not fighting against flesh and blood. You're fighting against principalities and princes in other places.
What does
Like
that mean?
like so, my personal belief is that I think that your higher ranking demons controls areas. Like they have controlled areas of like which they reside.
I can see that.
Yeah, but I'm not too worried about demons though.
I like to think of the devil as like the clown from It. He's only as strong as you make him.
No, he's
You
pretty
know what I
damn
mean?
strong.
Yeah, but like only if you give him power, I feel like.
Mm-mm. No, because like even in the Bible, he was the most powerful, most beautiful angel God ever created.
And then I'm pretty sure that, like demons are really beautiful, right? And then like angels are like ugly and scary.
No, they're all. You ever see what biblical angels actually look like?
I know they look like a helix, right? Like
The
a
powerful ones, yeah, they're really like that's how they look.
doesn't that kind of sound like a spaceship to you?
Well, that's why I think what you're seeing in outer space and stuff, it's not. I because Tucker Carlson even talked about like how he thinks that the aliens, the spaceships you're actually seeing like spiritual entities.
Makes sense that they're entities and it's
Mm-hmm.
spiritual. I'm sure they can survive in space because they don't have a
Yeah,
physical
because you're
body.
not. Yeah, they're spirit. They can kind of interact in the physical and then in the spirit. Because like my belief is that the spirit realm is more real than the realm that we live in.
Yeah.
It has to be.
What do you think? Do you think it's just a different dimension or something like that? We just
Yeah.
haven't been able to access it ourselves.
I think we can access it.
We just don't know how.
I think certain people do. I don't think you should.
So you believe in souls?
100%.
Yeah, I do too.
Everybody has a soul.
I think all animals have a soul too.
I don't.
Think so?
Nope.
I think intelligent animals have a soul.
I don't.
I think if an animal has a personality, dogs have personalities.
But they don't have morality. That's where
That's true.
I think.
I don't know. That makes me kind of sad, man.
Well,
Because I
believe
think
me, because I just put down Like my family just put down our dog a couple days ago. Super sad. She's it's our pit bull. She's super sweet. We had her for 14 years, and we had to put her down. And like, it makes me sad knowing that like you don't have a soul. I'm probably not going to see you again. But the Bible talks about that though. It talks about how animals are they're given the breath of life, but that's basically it.
So I wonder what happens after they die. They just
They
see
just die.
black.
They just die because they weren't made like humans were made for God. Animals were made for us. If that makes sense.
I get what you're
That's
saying.
why we have morality and we can do right and wrong. Animals can't do right or wrong.
It's scary, man.
Mm-hmm. It is.
I believe in souls too, though. I think.
I mean, you have to.
I don't think that there's like something has to happen after this. You know what I mean? There
Yeah.
has to be a reason that I'm here. There's got to be a reason that you're here. Something has to happen after this life. There's no way that I come here and I learn all these things that I learn, that the human race has been through all the things that it has, that I feel the things I feel, I think the things I think, and get goosebumps about demons and angels and God and religion and
Mm-hmm.
all that. Like it has to mean something. The
Yeah.
visions that all these people have had has to mean something. Like after I die, I refuse to believe that I'm just gonna see black forever.
No,
Like,
I
and
mean,
people always say, "Well, what do you remember anything before you were born?" No, but I mean, maybe that's part of it. Maybe we have to live X amount of lives before we can transcend to the next realm or something like that. Maybe.
no, that's not. I mean, I see what you're saying, but that's not what I believe. Because I'm very fundamentalist with my beliefs. So you have two options: either nothing created everything, or something created everything.
Yeah.
And then if you believe that nothing created everything, well then there's no such thing as right and wrong. There's no such thing as like nothing matters. Nothing matters because at the end you're here for 100 years and
Yeah.
there's nothing after that. Nothing matters. You can't even if there is no God, you can't even justify why me killing a baby for fun just for the hell of it is wrong. You can't do it.
Yeah. But because we naturally have morality, you think God's real.
Well, because I believe that whatever created us is the standard of morality. Therefore, because there's a standard above me and you that says it's wrong, then it's wrong.
Okay.
Without having that standard, it's whatever I think is wrong to me. Whatever you think is wrong to you. There's no such thing as. I mean, you can't even justify it. So
I
like,
like that. It's a good.
yeah, that's called like the morality argument, but um, because
I
like,
don't really know specifically. I'm religious and I listen to the Bible sometimes. I like a lot of the stories, but I think they're really interesting, cool stories. You know,
mhm.
especially because on Spotify you can listen to them and people will break them down for you and tell you about the meaning and the connotation of stuff. And I don't really know. I think a lot of the things that are in the Bible, the stories, I don't think that you can take them at face value. I don't think that we should take them literal. I think a lot of it is like wordplay and
Mm, I see what
like
you're
like
saying.
you're telling me you're telling me that he parted the Red Sea with a staff. You know what I mean? I think that it's wordplay. I don't
Well,
think
there's
he
evidence of that
literally
though.
parted the sea like that with a staff and made a walkway. I think that
But there's
I
evidence
think
of
it's
it.
I think it's alliteration of something.
No, there's
Like,
there's actual evidence of the Red Sea being parted. There's chariots at the bottom of the Red Sea,
damn.
like right in the middle. There's they found a bunch of like a ton of like ancient Egyptian like soldiers
Because they were
basically.
they were chasing them through there, right?
Yeah, yeah, they were chasing him through there, and then like there's the evidence for almost everything in the Bible. Now there's the majority of the evidence for the New Testament. So like like basically Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John on, there's the most amount of evidence for that. But that all relies on the Old Testament being true anyway,
Just
in a
like who
literal
was it?
sense.
Who was it that the burning bush, and then he
Moses.
saw, yeah, and then he saw a figure come out of a thing with a halo above its head. It had the head of a fucking lion, and the what was that? Who was that?
No, that's if you're talking about the burning bush, that's not at all what happened. Moses, when he first encountered God, he encountered him through a burning bush. That the bush was on fire and it was talking to him, but the bush wasn't burning. And so the bush was telling him like, "I've chosen you. You're going to free Israel from 1,000 years of slavery, and I want you to do it. You're going to follow. You're going to listen to every word I say." And then so Moses was really taken back by that, and he was like, "Whoa!" And then he was like, the bush was like, "Come closer, but before you do, take your shoes off because you'll be standing on holy ground." So he took his shoes off. He walks a little bit closer. He has an interaction with God, and he was like, "How do I even know that you're God?" And he goes, the bush says, "Go behind that rock because if you look at me, you'll instantly die."
Damn.
Well, because if you, the explanation was like, "I'm so holy, you can't look at me without, you can't look at me with all your transgressions and sins that you have. You can't even look at me." So he went behind the rock. God then walked by the rock and he kind of saw like the light reflection coming off of him.
Damn.
Yeah, because
Well, I
God.
was listening to on Joe Rogan. They were talking about how the burning bush and the area that it supposedly occurred in, that there's a heavy concentrated, is it DMT
Probably.
around that area?
But Joe Rogan, he's very. So he also thinks that with Jesus dying and rising again, that was all hallucination, that the 500 eyewitnesses were all hallucinating the same hallucination. That's not how it works. And even if that was the case, you have my biggest evidence behind
Well,
Jesus.
don't they have that piece of cloth
Yeah,
that has like his face on it?
Shroud of
What's
Turin.
that called? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but the biggest evidence for me is so Jesus, he started his ministry, like he really started preaching and stuff when he was 30 years old. He did it for 3 years. He brought along these 12 people that were like tax collectors and fishermen and like not good people. But he took them along with him and he taught him all his teachings. And they seen him do all these miracles and they saw him do all this amazing stuff, heal the sick, rise people from the dead. So they've seen him do a lot. Well, the moment that the Romans captured Jesus, they all ran and hid. All 12 of them, because they were like, "Wait a minute, this guy said, he was like the Messiah. He claimed to be God incarnate, but he's about to get crucified by the Romans. How does that even make sense? Like, who is this guy that we believe?" So Jesus gets put to death. They bury him in a tomb. Well, 3 days later, Jesus then rises from the dead and goes back to the disciples and basically is like, "This is me. I've rose from the dead. I fulfilled my commitment. I'm going to be with you for another 40 days. He went to the 12 disciples and 500 eyewitnesses. But the craziest part is, if Jesus didn't really rise from the dead and the 12 disciples went into hiding, all 12 of the disciples, with the exception of John, who died in prison, were literally tortured to death to say that they didn't see what they seen. They didn't really see Jesus rise from the dead. All 12 of them. Peter was crucified upside down. Like literally every single one of them tortured to death to say, "You didn't see Jesus rise from the dead." And why is that the biggest evidence for me is because most people will die for the truth. Nobody will die for a lie, especially tortured for one. And then you have the Apostle Paul who comes along, like within that, probably AD 35 or so, Paul comes along. Well, Paul was a high-ranking official for the Roman government. So Paul had a lot of power, a lot of wealth. He was in charge of killing Christians. And he was the only Jew who had the authority to have Christians killed. Well, you have this amazing flip in Paul after the road to Damascus where he comes face to face with God and God says, "You're going to follow me because you're going to change history." And he does. So he goes and he turns down all of his power. He turns down all the money he had and he instantly starts going all around the Roman Empire preaching that Jesus was who he said he was, and he eventually gets captured by the Romans, thrown in prison, and tortured to death as well.
I thought that's not the guy that like who is it, bro? I keep on forgetting his name, but it's one of my favorite like stories. It's um he was like the hand of the king or something like that, or like a king, and then um he had the ability. He got thrown in prison because somebody lied about him like sleeping with a woman or something like
Oh,
that.
Joseph.
Yeah, and then he was able to see like in his dreams. He could interpret stuff from his dreams, and he gave the king like the people that got out that he was in the cell with told the king like, hey, we know this dude and he
Yeah, that's
can
the
use
story
his
of Joseph.
dreams. And then he like told the king and then saved the king, and then he ended up being like even higher than he was before. So like I like to think of that story because it's like sometimes like your fall from grace is actually just the bow being pulled back to shoot you somewhere further than where you were.
Yes, but the thing about Joseph was he never wasn't faithful to God. So in any situation, because he originally Joseph was a part of I wouldn't say a wealthy family, but he was born into a good family. Well, he was his dad's favorite son, but he was the youngest. So his brothers were super jealous of him. Well, one day a prophet comes and anoints, says that, well, he says that one of your sons is going to be appointed by God and he's going to be a very powerful person. He's like, the person I anoint is going to be that guy. So his brothers are already super jealous of Joseph. Well, he gets anointed. Right after he gets anointed, his dad finds like huge favor in his son. So he makes him this like beautiful coat of many colors, like probably cost him, at the time, I mean, probably thousands of dollars to make. Well, his brothers are like, that's it. I'm done with this dude. So they come up with this plan that they were gonna kill him. They ended up not killing Joseph, but they ended up selling him into slavery to Egypt, and that's when he got sold into slavery. His dad thought that he was dead. He goes into like this household where he finds high favor from the his owner, and he becomes a head of all of the owner's slaves. And then the owner's wife then finds favor in Joseph too and wants to sleep with him. And Joseph's like, no, I'm not sleeping with you because I really respect your husband. Then she tells that lie. He then goes to prison. And then that's when he meets the Pharaoh. And then the Pharaoh finds favor in him and he works his way up to the right hand man.
Story.
Yeah, it's a good story. And then at the very end, there was a huge famine across Egypt. And so all the like Israel and all this like subsidiaries, because Joseph was able to see that there was this big famine coming, he stockpiled a bunch of food. At the very end of the story, his family end up coming to him for food, not realizing who he was, and instead of having all of his brothers put down and killed, he feeds his family.